national comments that I've seen that said you've got 8 guys who could be starters in any quality teams. As a coach, what kind of advantages does that give you in terms of matchups and style, etc.?
Oh, it's great. It's obviously a huge luxury. We can kind of alter our style a little bit, and if somebody's struggling or not, maybe having one of their better nights. I mean, we have options where maybe in the past year or two we just had to kind of suffer through it and just deal with it. So it's always nice. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that happens. Of course, of a tournament like this, 3 games and 3 nights. Of course, of a season. There's injuries. There's sickness. There's foul trouble. So all kinds of advantages.
Mark, you've had about a better part of a week to start looking at West Virginia. What do you guys expect to see tomorrow?
Oh man, pressure defense, very athletic and handsy and good rim protection, and then very opportunistic on the offensive end. They got a great offensive player, DeVries, but they got some really nice shooters, and so kind of all of the above.
For the guys, have you guys been able to have shoot around in the building yet?
No, we're heading down there.
Okay. Mark, tournaments like the one in Vegas that are raising a lot of NIL money for programs. I'd imagine if the rules allow it as we go forward that might become mainstays. Do you kind of worry about some of the other tournaments like this one or such if those become part of the landscape?
I mean, listen, Atlantis and Maui, Lee's done a great job of creating a must-go-to event, just very much like Maui and the fields they attract. So I think these two are pretty solid in those of us at the highest level that kind of want to be involved in some, and they're great places to go to. Obviously, it's a wonderful, beautiful resort and great part of the world. So much like Maui, but yeah, I think everybody's adapting. Programs are adapting, coaches are adapting, promoters are adapting, and it's a changing world. So we'll see.
For Khalif, you obviously were here last year. We heard that you told some of the teammates about your experience shooting and kind of the lighting, the different arena. What do you remember about kind of playing here and just the different arena? The ceilings are kind of lower, the lighting's a little different. What do you recall?
Yeah, it's a little different. I mean, we used to play in the stadium, but I mean, still a 10-foot goal. It's basketball same size, so we got to put the ball in the rim and defend at a high level. But it's different, but it's an enjoyable process, enjoyable event. So, everybody will see when we get out there for shoot around, adjust to it.
Yeah, maybe for Ryan, just any thoughts on their Javon Small, one of their backcourt players that makes a lot of threes. What have you seen on film from him so far?
Obviously, he's a good player. He can shoot it, scoring the ball pretty well, pretty good defender. So we got our scout on him, and we'll do the best to take advantage of it and figure him out.
And then one more from Mark, just on Tucker DeVries. He's kind of unique, 6'7". He can kind of be a point forward. He can score a little bit. What have you seen from him on film?
He gets a lot of usage, and anything inside of probably 28 feet is a legitimate shot for him. So we got to be very, very leery of that. And yeah, I would just say that.
For Mark and Caleb, having been here, any particular thing you did away from the court or even a memory on court from your 2 trips and then from your previous one here? Anything stand out?
Not really. I mean, I kind of tried to erase last year from my mind, being here. We lost, and now, I'm in a way better situation and happier here, so just creating new memories here. I mean, some of the guys in us, we walked around the resort and looked at some of the yachts outside. That was cool. It was something to dream about. And then, you know, just preparing, shooting around, going to the Bahamas University or whatever it was nice over there. So just creating memories and enjoying it before games start.
See if we have any questions on Zoom. Anybody on Zoom, if you want to unmute and ask your question?
A few, any memories come to mind?
I think some people get a little confused. These are pretty busy days for us with our prep and our practices and our meetings and then events that we have to go to. So yesterday was pretty busy and it was pretty windy. But in the past, it's been great. You know, my kids and family have been able to come and enjoy the slides, and, the dolphins, and all the great things that they have here. Yeah.
Khalif, real quick, if of the teams you've been on, how does this one compare when you look at the firepower and the versatility and the plug-and-play capacity of this roster?
I think Coach said it best. I mean, we have 8 guys that could probably start on any team. I've never been around so many talented guys and people dedicated to basketball. I know everybody can, you know, pass, dribble, shoot, rebound at a high level. So I think, you know, just ultimately just being around a lot of talented players is just a separator of anything I've ever been a part of before.
Yeah, hey Mark, I'm Bruce from Tucson. I was actually curious about the fact that you and Tommy are in the same tournament together, because I know you've been reluctant to play each other, and just even if it's a remote possibility, just your thoughts on how it worked out.
I mean, I think these things are scheduled 4 or 5 years out, so that's probably the story there. I mean, that's how these things work. You know, Maui and Atlantis, and kind of book them at least 4 years out, sometimes 5. So.
Okay, did you guys discuss the possibility, like, hey, here it is, we're stuck with this? I didn't know, so I didn't know if it was scheduled even before he got to Arizona, but.
I'm sure it was. Like
yeah.
I said, these things are scheduled 4 or 5 years out. Yep.
Last one, man.
Ryan, offense getting a lot of attention, but I think defensively you guys have done some things since Arizona State. What do you see on that side? What's making that click and get better?
Yeah, I think it's just been a big emphasis for us. You know, we've been trying to take that side of the ball very seriously, and I think guys are starting to, you know, make plays. Rate guys, just be a little bit more aggressive in our gaps and try to make plays on that end of the ball. At the end of the day, we know that's going to be a big part of our success, and if we want to win these big games, our defense is going to have to hold up. So it's huge.
Thanks, everybody.